The world of ultra-exclusive performance cars is filled with passion, prestige, and no shortage of drama, but few recent stories have stirred as much debate as the attempted online sale of a rare Maserati MCXtrema. This track-only Italian monster, built in extremely limited numbers and designed as the ultimate expression of Maserati's racing ambition, was recently pulled from an online auction after the brand itself intervened. The move shocked collectors, ignited discussion across enthusiast circles, and raised serious questions about ownership rights in the modern supercar market. The Maserati MCXtrema is not an ordinary performance car. It is a no-compromise, track-focused machine derived from the MC20, but pushed to a far more extreme level. Built in just 62 units worldwide, the MCXtrema was created for Maserati's most dedicated customers, those seeking a pure circuit experience rather than a road-legal supercar. With its aggressive aerodynamics, stripped-down interior, and race-bred engineering, it represents the most radical Maserati in decades. Powering the MCXtrema is a heavily tuned version of Maserati's Nettuno-derived twin-turbo V6, producing around 730 horsepower. That power is sent through a sequential racing gearbox to the rear wheels, paired with a mechanical limited-slip differential. The car is built around a carbon fiber monocoque and features advanced suspension, massive brakes, and aerodynamic elements designed to generate serious downforce. This is a car engineered for lap times, not luxury cruises.
Because of its extreme nature and limited production, the MCXtrema was never intended to be freely traded like a typical supercar. Buyers were carefully selected, and ownership often came with specific expectations, including participation in brand-organized track events and exclusive programs. That context is crucial to understanding why the recent auction attempt caused such a stir. The controversy began when a dealer listed one of the first customer-delivered MCXtrema units on a well-known online auction platform.
The car showed minimal use, with only a few hundred kilometers recorded, and had been originally delivered during a high-profile automotive event. As expected, interest was immediate. Collectors and enthusiasts recognized the rarity and significance of the car, and bidding quickly climbed into the high six-figure range. As the auction gained momentum and the price continued to rise, it appeared that the MCXtrema was on its way to becoming one of the most talked-about sales in recent memory. Then, without warning, the listing was withdrawn. The reason was simple yet explosive. Maserati itself requested that the sale be stopped. According to the auction platform, Maserati of North America contacted the seller and made it clear that the car was not permitted to be sold through that channel. To avoid placing a winning bidder into a potentially complicated legal or contractual situation, the platform chose to remove the listing entirely. No hammer price, no winner, just a sudden and dramatic end to a highly anticipated auction. The reaction from the automotive community was immediate. Many enthusiasts were stunned that a manufacturer could step in and block the resale of a car that had already been sold to a private owner. Critics argued that once a vehicle is purchased, the owner should have the right to sell it as they see fit. Others viewed the move as heavy-handed, suggesting it could damage Maserati's relationship with collectors who value transparency and freedom of ownership. On the other side of the debate, some defended Maserati's position. Ultra-limited, track-only cars often come with complex agreements that go far beyond standard vehicle ownership. These can include restrictions on resale, requirements for factory support, and limitations tied to safety, liability, and brand image. In this context, the MCXtrema is not just a product, but part of a controlled ecosystem designed to deliver a specific ownership experience. There is also the question of responsibility. Track-only cars like the MCXtrema require specialized maintenance, technical support, and driver training. Maserati may want to ensure that any future owner is properly vetted and supported, rather than acquiring the car through an open auction without the necessary background or resources. From that perspective, blocking the sale could be seen as a way to protect both the buyer and the brand. Still, the optics of the situation remain controversial. The bidding had already reached a substantial figure, demonstrating strong market demand and suggesting that the car's value was being validated by collectors. By stepping in at that moment, Maserati effectively disrupted a transparent market process, replacing it with behind-the-scenes control. For many enthusiasts, that raises concerns about where the line should be drawn between brand stewardship and owner rights. The incident also highlights a broader trend in the high-end automotive world. Increasingly, manufacturers are exerting influence not only over how cars are built and sold, but also over how they are owned and traded long after delivery. From resale restrictions to mandatory ownership programs, the modern supercar experience is becoming more curated and controlled than ever before. For collectors, this means doing more homework than ever. Buying an ultra-exclusive car is no longer just about price and passion. It also involves understanding contracts, restrictions, and long-term implications. A car like the MCXtrema may deliver incredible performance and status. As for the MCXtrema involved in this attempted sale, its future remains uncertain. The dealer will likely need to explore alternative options that align with Maserati's expectations, possibly through private channels or direct coordination with the brand. One thing is clear, however, the car's rarity and desirability have only been amplified by this controversy. Ultimately, this episode serves as a powerful reminder that the supercar world is evolving. Manufacturers are no longer just builders of machines, they are curators of experiences and guardians of brand identity. Whether that evolution benefits collectors or restricts them is a debate that will continue to shape the future of exotic car ownership. The Maserati MCXtrema remains an extraordinary piece of engineering, a symbol of the brand's racing ambition and technical capability. But its blocked auction has added another layer to its story, one that goes beyond horsepower and lap times and into the complex relationship between manufacturers, owners, and the market itself.